We're exposing the 10 hidden ingredients making you fat and sick in 2026, from table salt to banned substances in your cupboard. Stay until the end because number 1 is already poisoning millions daily. Starting at number 10, that innocent-looking container of table salt sitting in your kitchen right now is far from what nature intended. Raise your hand if you grew up with this. The bright white crystals pouring effortlessly from round containers. That convenience comes at a serious cost. What you are actually consuming is highly bleached processed sodium chloride, stripped of every single natural mineral that made salt valuable for thousands of years. Check the ingredients label. It is never just salt. You will find anti-caking agents like yellow prussiate of soda, dextrose, which is sugar, and synthetic iodine added back in because the processing destroyed everything natural. These anti-caking agents ensure it flows smoothly. But at what cost? You are consuming chemical additives with every shake. The refining process uses industrial bleaching to achieve that pure white appearance. Traditional sea salt is grayish, pinkish, slightly off-white, natural. Real table salt is chemically whitened to look pure while being anything but. Your body needs trace minerals, magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Real salt contains up to 84 of them. This processed version, 0. Just naked sodium chloride hammering your system without the cofactors your body needs to process it properly. That is why switching to unrefined salt like Himalayan pink salt, Celtic sea salt, or even simple unrefined sea salt makes such a difference. You will see the minerals, taste the complexity, feel the difference. But if you thought strip minerals were bad, wait until you hear what has been removed from your daily bread. At number 9, the bread aisle hides one of the grocery store's biggest nutritional cons, and it is printed right on the label. Pick up nearly any loaf. Honey wheat bread sounds wholesome, does it not? Check the ingredients. Enriched wheat flour. That single word, enriched, reveals everything you need to know. Wheat starts as a whole grain packed with fiber. Then manufacturers strip it completely. They remove the bran, they remove the germ, they remove every bit of nutrition nature provided. What is left? Pure white starch, empty carbohydrates that spike your blood sugar faster than actual sugar and then crash you straight down again. But here is the cynical part. They know they have destroyed the nutrition, so they fortify it back in with synthetic vitamins, iron filings, and chemical versions of what they removed in the first place. Check the label. Riboflavin, folic acid, iron, all added back because industrial processing obliterated them. Your body does not recognize these synthetic nutrients the way it does real whole grain. You are getting blood sugar chaos without the fiber to slow absorption. You are getting processed starch without the minerals to metabolize it properly. That is why you feel hungry again an hour after eating. That is why your energy crashes. Empty calories disguised as nutrition. The solution is simple. Look for one ingredient, whole wheat flour. Not enriched, not refined, just whole grain with everything nature intended, still intact. But while bread tricks you with what has been removed, the next ingredient poisons you with what has been added. At number 8, phosphates are the hidden additives the industry hopes you will never notice. They are everywhere. Processed cheese, deli meats, fizzy drinks. Why do manufacturers love them? They improve texture, extend shelf life, retain moisture, and enhance flavor. They are cheap and effective for industrial food production. Here is what they do not advertise. Your kidneys can only handle so much phosphorus. Whole foods contain natural phosphates your body regulates easily. Synthetic phosphates are nearly 100% absorbed, and they flood your bloodstream immediately. Chronic excess phosphate intake forces your body to pull calcium from your bones to maintain blood balance. Over time, this weakens your skeletal structure. Osteoporosis, fractures, bone density loss. But the damage does not stop there. Studies link high phosphate consumption to accelerated aging at the cellular level. Vascular calcification, where your arteries literally harden. Kidney disease progression. Cardiovascular problems. The frightening part is most people consume double or triple the recommended amount without realizing it. One fizzy drink can contain more phosphoric acid than your body should handle in an entire day. Your body needs some phosphorus, but the synthetic versions in processed foods create biochemical chaos. your kidneys struggle to manage. Food manufacturers add them because they are profitable. You suffer the consequences because they are everywhere. And if phosphates damage you slowly over years, the next additives start destroying your gut from the very first bite. At number 7, emulsifiers might be the most underestimated threat on this entire list. You have probably never heard of them, you may not be able to pronounce them, yet you are consuming them multiple times every day. E471, E472, carrageenan, polysorbate 80, lecithin. They are in your ice cream, plant-based milk, and virtually every packaged food. Their job is to make oil and water mix, to create smooth textures and to extend shelf life. Convenience comes at a cost. Here is what that convenience costs you. Recent research reveals emulsifiers do not just pass through harmlessly, they actively attack your gut lining, the protective barrier that prevents bacteria and toxins from entering your bloodstream. These chemicals act like detergents inside your intestines. They break down the mucus layer that protects your gut wall. They increase intestinal permeability, what scientists call leaky gut. Once that barrier weakens, undigested food particles, bacteria, and inflammatory compounds leak into your bloodstream. Your immune system goes haywire. Chronic inflammation follows. Studies link emulsifier consumption to inflammatory bowel disease, metabolic syndrome, and dramatic alterations in gut bacteria composition. The beneficial bacteria die off while harmful strains flourish. Carrageenan specifically triggers inflammatory responses even in healthy individuals. Polysorbate 80 has been shown to change gut microbiome composition within days. What makes this particularly insidious is you cannot taste them, you cannot see them working, but every processed meal delivers another dose, slowly degrading the foundation of your digestive health. Your gut is where 70% of your immune system lives. Emulsifiers are quietly dismantling it. But if you think a damaged gut is bad, wait until you see what this next supposedly healthy additive does to your blood sugar. At number 6, Maltodextrin masquerades as a harmless filler while spiking your blood sugar faster than pure glucose. It is everywhere. Protein powders, sugar-free snacks, sports nutrition products, the label makes it sound innocent. Just a carbohydrate, derived from corn, rice, or potatoes. Natural sounding, surely harmless. Here is the brutal reality. Maltodextrin has a glycemic index of 106 to 136. That is higher than table sugar at 65 and higher than pure glucose at 100. It hits your bloodstream like a freight train. Within minutes of consumption, your blood sugar explodes upward. Your pancreas desperately pumps out insulin, trying to manage the spike. Then comes the inevitable crash, fatigue, hunger, and cravings for more. This is not just uncomfortable, it is metabolic violence. Repeated insulin spikes lead to insulin resistance. Your cells stop responding properly. Your pancreas works harder and harder. Eventually, type 2 diabetes develops. But maltodextrin does something even more sinister than sugar. Recent studies show it dramatically alters gut bacteria composition, suppressing beneficial microbes whilst promoting harmful strains. It can trigger inflammatory responses in the digestive tract. Some research suggests it may actually suppress the growth of probiotics. Food manufacturers love it because it is cheap, extends shelf life, and improves texture. They hide it in healthy products, protein shakes, and even infant formula. You are getting extreme blood sugar chaos with gut-destroying properties, and it is marketed as safe. If maltodextrin represents hidden metabolic sabotage, this next category wages open war on your entire body. At number 5, added sugars and high fructose corn syrup represent the single largest dietary disaster of the past 50 years. The average person consumes 17 teaspoons of added sugar daily. That is not natural fruit sugars. That is pure added sweetness manufacturers pump into everything. Walk through any supermarket. Fizzy drinks with 39 grams per tin. Healthy yogurt with 17 grams, breakfast cereal with 11 grams. It adds up terrifyingly fast. High fructose corn syrup is particularly devastating. Unlike glucose, which every cell can use, fructose heads straight to your liver. Your liver converts it directly into fat. Non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, once rare, now affects nearly 1 in 3 adults. But the damage extends far beyond your liver. Sugar fuels chronic inflammation throughout your entire body. It suppresses your immune system for hours after consumption. It feeds cancer cells, which consume glucose at 10 times the rate of normal cells. The addiction mechanism is real. Sugar triggers the same brain reward pathways as cocaine. Food manufacturers exploit this deliberately. They engineer products to hit your bliss point, maximum addictiveness. Your gut microbiome collapses under sugar assault. Beneficial bacteria starve whilst harmful yeasts and inflammatory strains thrive. This disruption affects everything from mental health to immune function. What makes this particularly cruel? They target children specifically. Brightly colored packaging, cartoon characters, sweet treats marketed as fun, hooking young taste buds before they can make informed choices. But if sugar represents transparent sabotage, these next chemicals wage chemical warfare disguised as color. At number 4, artificial colors and flavors exist for one reason only: to deceive your senses and hijack your brain. There is only one legal requirement for these additives. They must be completely synthetic, 100% fake. Not remotely natural, that is the actual regulatory standard. Red 40, yellow 5, blue 1. Brilliant blue FCF. These petroleum-derived dyes make processed rubbish look appealing. Fruit roll-ups, sports drinks, breakfast cereals, they serve zero nutritional purpose, pure visual manipulation. Here is what makes this criminal. Multiple studies link artificial food dyes to hyperactivity, attention problems, and behavioral issues in children. The European Union requires warning labels. The UK demanded reformulations, yet the same manufacturers continue using them in American and other markets without disclosure. Why the double standard? Because they can, because it is cheaper, because they prioritize profit over children's neurological development. Artificial flavors work differently, but just as insidiously. They are chemical cocktails engineered to trigger maximum pleasure response. Strawberry flavor contains 0 strawberries, just dozens of synthetic compounds fooling your taste receptors. This sensory hijacking destroys your ability to enjoy real food. Actual strawberries taste bland after years of artificial intensity. Your palate becomes recalibrated to chemical extremes. Children's products contain the highest concentrations. Bright colors attract young eyes. Intense fake flavors hook developing taste buds. It is deliberate targeting of the most vulnerable. Food manufacturers make identical products for Europe using natural colorings like beetroot and beta-carotene. They prove it is possible. They simply choose not to hear. If artificial additives assault your brain, these next ingredients quietly ignite inflammation in every cell of your body. At number 3, seed oils represent the most widespread source of chronic inflammation in the modern diet. Canola oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, corn oil, rapeseed oil. They are in 70% of packaged foods, including bread, mayonnaise, and restaurant food. Here is why they are so destructive. These oils are chemically unstable, high in omega-6 fatty acids that oxidize easily, creating free radicals and inflammatory compounds inside your body. They are processed at extreme temperatures using chemical solvents like hexane, literally petroleum derivatives. That golden color you see is achieved through bleaching and deodorizing. The natural state after industrial extraction is grey, rancid-smelling sludge. Manufacturers chemically treat it to make it look appealing. Your body was not designed to handle this omega-6 overload. Humans evolved on a 1-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3, but modern diets deliver 20-to-1 or higher. This imbalance triggers systemic inflammation, the root cause of heart disease, arthritis, autoimmune conditions, and metabolic dysfunction. Every cell membrane in your body incorporates the fats you consume. Feed it seed oils, and your cells become fragile, oxidation-prone, and inflammatory. Feed it stable fats like olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil, and your cells function optimally. Food manufacturers use seed oils for one reason: they are spectacularly cheap. Corporate profit over human health. The solution is simple. Cook with avocado oil or coconut oil. Use extra virgin olive oil. Choose mayonnaise made with avocado oil. Read every label. But if seed oils create inflammation throughout your body, these next sweeteners specifically target your gut and brain. At number 2, artificial sweeteners: aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, and acetylphane potassium, ACE-K. represent one of the most sophisticated deceptions in food history. They are in virtually every diet product, sugar-free fizzy drinks, light yogurt, even children's medications. The marketing promise is all the sweetness without the calories, weight loss without sacrifice. Sounds perfect. Here is the devastating reality. These chemicals are 200 to 600 times sweeter than sugar. They obliterate your taste receptors' sensitivity. Real fruit tastes bland. Natural sweetness becomes undetectable. You are recalibrating your entire palate to chemical extremes. But the metabolic effects are far worse. Despite containing 0 calories, artificial sweeteners still trigger insulin release. Your brain tastes sweetness and signals your pancreas. Insulin floods your system with nowhere to go. Over time, this creates insulin resistance, the same pathway to type 2 diabetes that sugar creates. Recent research reveals catastrophic microbiome disruption. Artificial sweeteners do not just pass through, they actively kill beneficial bacteria while promoting harmful strains linked to obesity, inflammation, and metabolic disease. Studies on aspartame show concerning neurological effects, headaches, mood disturbances. Some research suggests links to cognitive decline and dementia with long-term consumption. Sucralose, marketed as made from sugar, is a chlorinated compound your body cannot metabolize. It accumulates in fatty tissue. ACE-K, one of the worst, appears only in ultra-processed foods. You cannot even buy it for home use. What makes this particularly cruel is they market these specifically to diabetics, dieters, and health-conscious consumers. The very people trying to improve their health get targeted with gut-destroying, insulin-disrupting chemicals. Diet products promise health while delivering metabolic chaos. But if artificial sweeteners disrupt your metabolism, this final ingredient does not just disrupt, it destroys. Taking the #1 spot as the absolute worst ingredient poisoning your food. Trans fats from hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated oils represent pure, documented poison with 0 safe consumption level. There is no debate here. The science is absolutely settled. Trans fats are so dangerous that multiple countries have completely banned them. Denmark banned them in 2003. The European Union restricted them severely. Even the United States finally prohibited them in 2018, yet they still lurk in products manufactured before the ban, in imported goods and in foods exploiting labeling loopholes. Margarine, baked goods, microwave popcorn. Here's why they're uniquely lethal. Trans fats do not just raise your bad cholesterol, they simultaneously lower your good cholesterol. Double metabolic assault. They increase triglycerides, they promote arterial plaque formation, they trigger systemic inflammation. Harvard researchers estimate trans fats cause 50,000 fatal heart attacks annually in countries still allowing them. The World Health Organization calls them a leading cause of preventable death worldwide. But cardiovascular damage is just the beginning. Trans fats increase insulin resistance, promoting type 2 diabetes. They cross the blood-brain barrier, contributing to cognitive decline. They promote inflammatory conditions throughout the entire body. What makes trans fats the ultimate villain? Food manufacturers created them purely for profit. Cheap, extended shelf life. Never about nutrition, only corporate balance sheets. They knew the dangers. Studies showed cardiovascular risks as early as the 1990s. They fought regulation for decades while millions died. Even today, labeling laws allow products with less than 0.5 grams per serving to claim 0 trans fats. Eat multiple servings and you are still consuming them. Check every label. Avoid anything listing hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils. No amount is safe. This is the ingredient that proves corporate food manufacturers will poison you for profit. There you have it, the 10 ingredients making you fat and sick in 2026. From table salt to trans fat still lurking in your cupboard. If this opened your eyes, like the video, comment which ingredient shocked you most, and share this with anyone buying these products.